Today, the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Mackinaw, the Christmas tree ship, has taken time out for its extraordinarily busy schedule, maintaining the aids to navigation on Lake Michigan, to bring the cargo of 1,200 Christmas trees to Chicago. These Christmas trees are going to be given to 15 different charities and distributed to deserving families throughout the Chicago metropolitan area. And our very special guest, of course, today is the U.S. Coast Guard cutter, the Mackinaw. It's supposed to be here someplace. Speaking for the crew of the Mackinaw is the cutter's commanding officer, Captain Vasilios Tasikas. Captain Tasikas entered the Coast Guard Reserve in the enlisted ranks and worked as a bosun's mate. He was commissioned as an ensign through Officer Candidate School in 1997. The same year, he completed his Juris Doctor degree at the Indiana University School of Law. In his Coast Guard career, Captain Tasikas has had significant assignments both as judge advocate and as a ship's officer. He served as chief of the Office of Military Justice at the Coast Guard headquarters, the Directorate, and deployed in legal jobs in Kabul, Afghanistan, and Camp Bucca in Iraq. He also recently commanded the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Mobile Bay, home ported in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. And make that Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, yes. He assumed command of the Coast Guard cutter Mackinaw in June of this year. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the captain of the Mackinaw, Commander Vasilios Tasikas.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, members of the Christmas Tree Executive Committee, and all of Chicago's maritime community. It's truly wonderful to be back in the Windy City. I'm thrilled to be here to celebrate this joyous occasion. And the Mackinaw crew are grateful to carry on the time-honored right of delivering trees to the city of Chicago for this holiday season, just as the original Christmas tree ship did a century before. Over 100 years ago now, the original Christmas tree ship, the Ralph Simmons, loaded with over 5,000 Christmas trees, set sail for Chicago's dockside markets. With a full deck load of evergreen trees, carrying the spicy scent of spruce and balsam, she confronted a rising gale storm. Tempest tossed with her hull covered in ice, her cargo swept overboard, her sails blasted to shreds. She vanished forever into the deeps of Lake Michigan. A century later, we honor the traditions of early sailing ships on the Great Lakes and the legacy of the Ralph Simmons. 100 years is nothing in the life of these Great Lakes. These sweetwater seas have changed little since the last glaciers drew back 15,000 years ago. They are still vast and deep. Still filled with gleaming fresh water, still rage with powerful waves. Of course, life on these Great Lakes have changed much in the last 100 years. The vessels that intersect these waters are now massive. Sail has yielded to steel. Navigation by the ancient sky has given way to the constellation of modern satellites. And with the advent of canals and locks, the lakes are forever linked to the ocean blue. But the early, brave sailing captains and crews who risked their life underway, plying through waves, fog, and ice, shaped the future of the Great Lakes maritime community, and we cannot forget what they did. For the crew of Cutter Mackinaw, we are honored to continue a tradition of the Christmas tree run, humbled to deliver a holiday ornament that symbolizes peace, privileged to be part of a continuing legacy that embodies hope. Yet the delivery of these trees today does not just commemorate one event in time, but also reminds us that venturesome sailors persist in finding their way safely across dangerous and stormy waters. For the crew of the Ralph Simmons, their trip ended in tragedy, but their industrial and adventurous spirit is everlasting. For all those who are sailing the Great Lakes, their heroic ideal continues, pursued through endurance, courage, and struggle. And through that great effort, the work at sea goes on, and a way of life endures. On behalf of the officers and crew of Coast Guard Cutter Mackinaw, I wish you all a joyous and peaceful holiday season. Thank you, and Merry Christmas.